Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Ducks will put it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wisconsin's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
The Badgers will punt this one away. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
So the Oregon Ducks offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of...
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, spins it. He smashes his way through again. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Ducks are flying down the field. They'll run the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Off play action. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Ducks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. About to have the ninth snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ducks! And they have the first points of the game. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man. It's Boyd. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the 2nd level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Let's go. They'll try to get outside. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. period. First down here. And off to Jones. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Power football with the run. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Good ball, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. The throw to the outside is complete. The ball squirts free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Well, it looked like he was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get him down, stop.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Reads it, fires complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football.
Turning it on! And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And he just got the on-Wisconsin call and went on into the backfield to pick up the sack.
Yeah, jumping around on quarterbacks in the backfield. Really good job getting upfield, playing aggressive, playing like their hair's on fire. Wisconsin linebackers do that year after year.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page these last two drives, obviously scoring a touchdown the last time out and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football. And then it comes to that one critical 3rd down, one guy not doing what he's supposed to do, and now you're set up in 4th and long, and it looks like they're going to have to play.
Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Quick handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Arkansas is currently up big right now. So much so, feels like we can hear Pig Suey inside our studio. They're up by 20 over Florida. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Boyd. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air on 1st down. Works the middle. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. The Badgers will hustle to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Inside the touchdown. score. No mid-season concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wants to go up top. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Rushes on him. Pulls it in. It's Boyd. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Badgers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Caught behind the line. It's Jones. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. 3rd down play from the gun. Catch in the middle. It's Boyd. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Boyd. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Trying to set the tone with the run. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The kick is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've taken 3 haymakers right across the jaw, down 21-0. But, David, now the chance to answer.
Man, this defense has been suffocating. And this is so hard. When you don't have the answers early, man, and the defense hits you in the mouth, you got to find some plays quickly here to try to make this a football game.
This is an offense that has a lot of pride. They're not used to being in this position. I think it's going to take one effort, one individual great play to finally wake this team up and get them back some momentum.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. Going over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. He got it.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to...
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession. Going to
sling it on second down. Pressure coming. grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for space. It's Davison. Breaks into the open. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Making side adjustments here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the move, he fires. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one tonight? Indiana is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply do not see from this program. Embarrassing.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Davey, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Badgers are on the move. And off to Jones. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. And the Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Badgers are in the red zone. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Finds his big tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Badger. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Perfect execution on the onside kick. And how about the kicker? He makes sure that ball skips a couple times before popping up into the air and allowing his players to go get underneath it.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. On the move at the 30. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Wisconsin. A great catch and run for 6.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and now they have a decision to make. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Boyd. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
No gain on the play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Caught. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll pull it down. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Hilton. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball.
No gain on the play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.